Did you hear Greta Thunberg from Sweden, the 16-year-old girl that was talking about climate change? Oh my gosh, she was on fire. Actually, I'd call her last name Thunder, Greta Thunder. And what I loved about it, I didn't feel the least bit guilty because she was pointing her anger and her fingers directly at politicians and government. Way to go, Greta. And I want to help you. I want to say to our politicians and government, if you really believe this climate change stuff, you really want us to change our lives in the ways you're talking about, then start with the one area you have total control over, which is government. I mean, think about how many government buildings are in every single city throughout the country. Think about how many cars are on the road that are owned and driven by government officials and employees. You know, AOC came out with her Green New Deal, and part of that was to re-outfit or re-engineer every single building in the nation to make them carbon free. Cool. Start with government. Listen, Nancy Pelosi, you are in charge of the House. Today, climate action now. Today, you should offer a bill on the House floor that says we're going to start with this one building here, the Capitol building. It's going to be carbon free by, whatever time. And do it. Do it. But even better, I would jump over to the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. That's the government agency that's telling us how to live our lives. They're setting the standards that control what cars we can buy and just so much stuff that drives me crazy. And all I want to say is, politicians, don't tell me to do as you say. Tell me to do as you do yourself. Show us that it works. And you can start with the most obvious place. And by the way, government is about a quarter of our entire economy. If the government went carbon free, holy smokes, we might not have to do anything for the rest of us. But the EPA, they got their headquarters in Washington. They've got 30, 40 research centers and labs and that kind of stuff. They have 10 regional offices, 15,000 employees. I'll bet none of those buildings are carbon free. So guess what? Do it today, right now. And then a month or so ago, you probably heard with humor that the EPA has suggested, what to set your thermostat on to save carbon emissions in the summertime. And it was actually funny. 78 degrees when you're in your home and you're awake, 82 when you're sleeping. They've since come out and said, no, we didn't really mean it like that. I just wonder if the EPA offices have their thermostats sit anywhere near that. So guess what? Do it first and then tell us how it's worked out. The whole fleet of cars they have, are they electric cars? Probably not. 15,000 employees, everybody's driving to work. Are those electric cars? Probably not. You know what? Make yourself carbon free and then tell us the testimony of how it helped the economy, people were hired, and it's cheaper overall than the rest of us can buy in.